it's been a few days since I've been off the 3-day refresh, and I realized I never made a day 3 video to talk about how the last day was and to go over the 3-day refresh as a whole. So this is that video. Just work's been crazy, and then it was time for my fitness shoot, and then the weekend flew by, and now I realized I didn't have a video. So I talked briefly in the other videos about each day, and day 2 wound up being the toughest day for me. But like I said in the other videos, there were a couple of factors that were a little different for me this time around compared to the first time that I did the 3-day refresh. And that was me working and me actually getting my period at the beginning of this cleanse. So with me being iron deficient, I really was struggling with my energy levels and being hungry, because I feel like my body was working twice as hard to keep my energy levels up since I was working, and since being on my period makes me very weak as it is. So day 2 was the hardest. I woke up on day 3 and I was still groggy and tired, but once I got into my routine and had my breakfast and went about my day, I started to feel a little bit better. And I waited to the last very second for my afternoon snack to eat that before I left for work. I knew that Thursday night I was going to be at work for a long time. It was going to be a long day, most likely really busy. So I wanted to make sure I got my snack in at the very last second, because I probably wouldn't have my dinner until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So I had my snack around 5 o'clock, and I had green beans and a teaspoon of almond butter. And that doesn't sound like much, but it's just a snack, and I hadn't had almond butter in a few days, and I eat peanut butter or almond butter almost daily, so I was definitely missing that, and the almond butter tasted like the best almond butter I've ever had in my life. So that was a really good, tasty treat, put me in a good mood, and I went to work super happy and feeling really good. So it was busy, and I didn't get to go have my dinner until around 9, and for the first time on the 3-day refresh, I had spinach, and I also eat spinach daily to keep my iron levels up. I don't really eat red meat too much, so I usually add spinach to my Shakeology in addition to eating it in a salad or whatnot. So I had a pretty decent sized salad with just spinach, roasted red peppers, tomatoes, onions, sesame seeds, and instead of dressing, I used lemon juice, olive oil, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And I've never eaten a salad like that before, so I was a little nervous of how it was going to taste, but I wound up loving it. And I'm probably going to eat my salads like that from here on out, because dressings, typically, I didn't realize how much they cover up the flavor of the actual salad itself. So eating it with the lemon juice made it taste super fresh, and I love balsamic vinegar, so it was really, really good. And it kept me full. I also had my vanilla refresh shake as well. So I stayed full for a long time, but I actually wound up being at work till about 1:30. So I was there super late, and I had a feeling I was going to be hungry at the end of the night. So even though I wasn't supposed to, I brought an extra veggie and healthy fat with me, just in case I needed it to munch on. And turned out I wound up being there an hour later than I expected, so I'm so glad that I thought ahead. So I had cucumbers, carrots, with a little bit of hummus at the end of the night. And even with all of that, when I woke up Friday morning, I felt amazing. The first morning since the 3-day refresh that I woke up not tired or feeling foggy. I felt like I had a lot of energy, and I weighed in, and I lost 3.6 pounds off of the 3-day refresh in just 3 days. And last time I did it, I lost 3.4, so I lost a little bit more than last time. And even though I struggled with my energy and feeling tired and kind of hungry, I feel like with all the factors that played a part in it, had a lot to do with the way I felt, and I got through it. And it probably wasn't It wasn't the best experience compared to the first time that I did it, but I think the next time I do it, it'll be a lot easier and it won't be as harsh. And now that I know how I felt while all those factors were in play, I'll plan better with the different items that I ate. Instead of just waiting till the last day to eat spinach, I should have been eating spinach every single day. But I didn't know. So it's all a learning process. Overall, it was a good experience. I felt great during my photo shoot. It was totally worth it. I splurged a little bit this weekend, but that's just life. It's all about balance. So if you have any questions about the 3-day refresh, reach out to me. Let me know. I'm going to post this video on my blog with all of the food items and my meal plan in more depth so you can take a look at it. But if you're thinking about doing it, definitely give it a try. You will feel a little tired on it, but you won't feel the way that I did most likely, unless you had all the same things going on at the same time that I did. But overall, I love the 3-day refresh. I love the way it makes me feel. It's light on my body and you're eating, so it's overall a great program. So definitely give it a try if you're thinking about it, and if you have any questions with planning out your meals, things like that, just reach out to me and let me know. Okay? Hope this was helpful.